Hi, my name is Brody Pogue. I'm the offensive line coach here at St. Ambrose University, and today I'm going to talk to you about what we call our gap drill. All right, to start off with our gap drill, I'm going to just kind of show you here a diagram. It's just a base 4-2 box. You'll have 2 defensive ends, 2 defensive tackles, and then 2 linebackers in this case. Obviously, based off the look that you see, more predominantly you can this to a 3-3 stack, a 3-4, but for us, against our defense in the spring, we go against a 4-2 box quite a bit. Now that I've shown you kind of the look of it, we'll go into what can the defenders do for us as an offense. So these linebackers, they have the freedom to fill any gap, A, B, or even scrape over the top into the C gap. Our defensive ends, they have an alignment and assignment. So they can line up in a 4-eye inside shade of the tackle, a 5 technique, and they can squeeze the B gap or rush up field. It's all in their choice. Defensive tackles, they can line up as a 1 or a shade, or even a 3 technique, and then they have the freedom to stunt the A or B gap. They can line up in that gap and rush it, or line up in a different gap and go into either one. So we give them the freedom. We'll talk a little bit about the benefits, and we'll see why we give them so much freedom. So for us as a program, you see a variety of defensive looks. So whatever, like I said, whatever look you see that week, you can draw it up to there. But you also get different defenders in different gaps, which that leads into not getting the same look twice. So like I said, you get a variety of looks. It's easy to draw up X and O on a board, but they don't move. All right, so being able to get these guys out there and kind of slow it down and progress from there is a benefit for us. We talk about reps. Reps are obviously very important to especially no huddle teams and teams that are trying to go fast. So for us, we get a lot of reps out of this. Our quarterbacks, tailbacks, and superbacks, they get to be able to work, whether it's a kick-out block, they get to look at their keys and their reads in the run game. And for me, obviously, the offensive line, they get a lot of reps in the run game with their different rules, depending on if it's a gap or a zone scheme. And then the big one, obviously, is building up to the real deal. All right, so we start out versus a scout look of our own guys, so we'll send out our first offensive group, and from there we'll have basically our 2s and 3s in front of those guys to give them a look. And then from there, obviously, we'll transition to our defense. Go against our defense, basically in an inside run drill. Go through all of our run game stuff. Like I said, quick, easy way to go through all your run game stuff through these reps. So in spring ball, and I'll show you some film here, in spring ball, you'll see very little to no movement. The film that you'll see will be from us in the very beginning. And as we progress through spring ball, you'll see more movement from the freedom of those defensive players. And then obviously once we get into fall camp and even the season, you'll see a lot more movement, not only from our scout guys, but also our defensive guys. And then the big thing is clearing up the confusion before the bullets start flying. All right, you obviously want your guys to be clean and crisp. This is a good way to, like I said, slow things down and then build that up just as a teacher would. So we'll go into some of the film here. All right. So in this look, like I said, it's just a base 4-2 box. What we'll see, obviously you have your nose guard. He gets to line up in the A or the B gap. Same with your 3 technique, your defensive ends here. We're in what we would call our Navy personnel. So with our kind of fullback, H-back type guy here, number 42, and then our tailback over here with our quarterback. We'll go through a base power play, so we'll kick out the D in. Our right guard here, he's gonna read that and pull up in the hole, or if he logs it, go outside. Like I said, just a quick, easy way for our guys to run through our different run games with a lot of repetition and going very, very fast through this. All right. Go to the next play. We're now in what would be probably near. All right, we're gonna run our inside zone with a slip on the backside. Quarterback, he gets to go through his reads and keys, get a nice little rep out there, throw to our superback. Same with our offensive line. We get to go through our rules and our inside zone scheme, all right? And you see a little bit of a movement here on the backside 3, all right? Like I said, these guys are not just X's and O's, they can move, so it gives our guys a different look each time. Same thing here, we're in what would be our white personnel. We're gonna run power, all right? Same thing here, just nice and easy for our guys. That 3 technique, he stunts inside, so now it's the guard. The tackle, the right tackle there is gonna go all the way to the backside backer. Here's another look here, same thing here. We're gonna run a counter play. All right, nice and easy. Same thing here, inside zone with a kind of split zone here with our tailback coming to the backside, kicking out the end. Like I said, our tailbacks, they can make their reads. it's just a quick, easy, efficient way for us to go through our run game, get a lot of reps for our guys, so everyone's kind of getting some work in and all that good stuff up until we get to the real deal there. So hopefully this gap drill is something beneficial for you guys as you go throughout your season, and thanks for tuning in.